Greetings everybody from the Claddagh in Galway, and that is the famous Claddagh view there. Well, that's the view of sort of the Long Walk, Spanish Arch side. This is actually the Claddagh side here. And right behind me is a big boat, big old wreck of a thing that people like to photograph. It's kind of a death trap really when you think about it, isn't it? If you look, there's any amount of ways that a person could possibly meet their demise, but I kind of don't mind it. It's the least of my worries. There's also other, shall we say, wrecks, mini shipwrecks, boat wrecks. It's not in great condition really. There's the oyster festival, the oyster seafood festival is happening here. So what they've done is they've erected tents over here. So a lot of people photograph this little row of dwellings, and you've got the museum there, and across there then you have the Spanish Arch. This vlogging camera isn't the best for capturing that stuff. It's very wide angle. So it's kind of chilly out now, and it's getting to that time of year. We're days away from October. We're right at just past the equinox. And we just have had a batch of good weather, really. Like September was good. It was a good month, a dang good month. August was a disaster. And sometimes October can be really, really nice. So I'm just going to go for a little bit of a walk now and get a coffee somewhere. I'll probably choose to go up Quay Street. There's a few nice cafes there. So they're doing a little bit of work around Galway. There's a bit of construction going on across there, a couple of cranes out. We've a little quay in here with a couple of boats. A few of the sort of traditional Galway hookers. I forget what they're called, schooners or whatever. There's different types. Feel free to laugh at me if I'm getting anything wrong. I really should know more about my own city, shouldn't I? The city that I grew up in, that I've lived in pretty much all my life, apart from when I moved to London for a while, back in the 90s. So London in the 90s, how different it was back then. I was only around 21 years of age when I moved over there. So you'll see here, this area, right? All along here, where that seagull is there, during the good weather, it gets a lot of people sort of sitting around out here. You know, the younger crowd come out to go drinking and stuff. It attracts a little bit of a negative attention sometimes, you know. So I'm getting the odd look off people here. You can see there's a good few tourists around. So this is the Wolftown Bridge here. And what they've done here lately is they've just put up this little boardwalk here, because the road here is very narrow. They still have the paths that side, but it's very narrow. So they've added this little walkway, and it's really nice. And they've also another walkway, I'll just show you now in a minute, over at the Salmon Weir Bridge. They have a lovely new pathway there. But I'm not going to go there today. I'm going to go there on another day. I'll do another video about it. Now, if any of you have seen my bike vlogs that I used to do on Facebook years ago, cycling around Galway, I take some awful chances, kind of like these guys here, with traffic. I'm not going to do it today with this camera in my hand. So now we'll just go down this little bit here. So up there you have, that is O'Brien's Bridge. And then past that then you have the Wolftown Bridge, where I was on about the new walkways. And over there then, you have the Spanish Arch, famous Spanish Arch. Now I'm not going to do a history tour, I'm not that kind of guy. God, I hope I'm not getting a cough, getting a tickly throat. What I'll do now is just walk up Quay Street for the laugh. Quay Street is sort of a very much celebrated little section in Galway. A couple of years ago what they did was they rebadged this area, kind of branded it the Latin Quarter, to give it a bit of its own area. Well, it might have been called that for a while, but they kind of came up with a new brand the businesses got together and sort of made a conglomerate, which is a good idea. It's good for marketing. So there's McDonough's, famous fish and chips there. PJ McDonough, you will not meet a nicer guy. So you have lots of restaurants here. Martins, that's a lovely spot. Fitzgerald's, and here, this used to be very popular years ago in the 90s. It still is, Freddy's. So there is the Keys Bar. The Keys is probably one of Galway's, I'd say, most famous. It's probably the most famous kind of bar, live venue in Galway. So there's a lot of people around now. But I'm feeling ballsy with my camera. I forgot to mention Nocton's pub. So you've Nocton's there on the corner, and you know I haven't drank in 8 years now. And what I miss most, there's Sonny's Bar as well. What I miss most about not drinking anymore are those kind of places. I don't miss the nightclubs. I don't miss the trendy bars or whatever. Well, I suppose you could say Nocton's is a trendy bar. I miss those cozy places on a winter's evening. Tuesday, Wednesday evening, where there's nobody around, pissing rain, freezing cold outside, and you go into Nocton's. That's another very, very popular pub there, Cheekoli's. So this is really the kind of the heart of Galway's social life right here in this area. The Cheekoli's, and you have Taft's then this side. So this, like if you were to come to Galway for a few drinks and just to enjoy yourself, you'd end up spending a lot of time here. Now there is the West End as well, which is a bit further, just the other side there of the O'Brien's Bridge, and right behind me here is St. Nicholas's, in front of me I should say, St. Nicholas's Church there. This is sort of a little kind of coffee joint here that I go to sometimes, so I might get one here on the way down, but I'll walk up here for another minute. Anthony Ryan's staple in Irish Galway, men's and women's wear. They've got a homeware as well around the corner, Ryan's Home Store. They've got River Island, and then you have Easton's this side. So this is Shop Street, McDonald's, Holland and Barrett. I'm sort of, you know, with the camera here, a little bit conscious and stuff, but I don't really care because I look like a tourist with the camera. There's Echo. I look like a tourist with the camera, but I kind of feel like a tourist anyway, to be honest. Being from Galway, like, you know, I'm only a mile out there. Hi, Gary. There's another great pub, Garvin's. Espresso 44. So, we're walking up here to the sort of upper limit of Galway City here, the upper edge of the town. Galway City is kind of like a country town, really. It's very, very small. So you have Laszlo Jewelers. They used to be a client of mine. I used to do a lot of work for them years ago. And we have the Galway Camera Shop. Brown Thomas here. So I was just in the camera shop earlier. And it's been that time of year again where I updated my camera. I won't say what it cost, I won't say what I got, But those of you who know me know how much I'm into photography and video and all that stuff. It's my main line of business. So there's Hanley's, that's a really good shop. And that's kind of the main, like from bottom to top, that's all there is to Galway really. Like the main thoroughfare. Because we're going to reach Eyre Square now. So this is Eyre Square, Kennedy Park over there. And when John F. Kennedy visited Galway, I forget the year exactly, forgive me for not knowing this stuff guys, I'm not great at retaining information. What's that?
Video.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Which ones?
All of the ones you've made so far. You started off in Renmore.
Yeah.
That incident.
Oh yeah, I just
That's
did.
when I first started watching.
Oh, you mean the army barracks? Yeah. That's just a little vlogging camera. Do you want to say hello?
Swiveling around on the front. Hello, my name's Adrian.
I just met Adrian here and he's a biker.
I've been watching your videos online.
Yeah, he's been watching my new videos. Yeah, great. Yeah, thanks a lot.
I like your equipment. It's amazing.
Yeah, this is an Osmo Pocket 3. Great for this kind of stuff, for vlogging. They have a new action camera which would be great for your bike. And you can have this. You can have this mounted inside the helmet. And the great thing is about this is it's 32-bit floating point, so you won't distort it talking too loud. So are you from?
I'm in Galway. I live in Riverside.
Riverside, very nice.
We come down here and we have a chat away.
Yeah, lovely. People watching these videos love when I have these chats, so that's why I was keeping you for a while. But I'll chat to you again. All right. So there's some very nice. Floral arrangements around. And this is the fountain, the Eyre Square fountain. So before I met Adrian there, the chap over there with the motorbike, I was on about John F. Kennedy. When he visited Galway back in the 60s, I don't know the exact date, year. My dad actually, God rest him, drove in the car ahead. He kind of escorted, my dad was a cop, he escorted Kennedy along with his the other guards. You know, there was a few of them in it. And he got a badge from John F. Kennedy, a special tie and badge as a gift, him and several of the other Gardaí. So you can see there's a herring gull in the background. We have a problem with them in Galway. So this guy is probably wondering if I have some food. And you'll see here that there's Supermacs littered on the ground, and there's a big Supermacs over here. It's a big thing, you know, Supermacs in Galway. The nighttime conglomerate, shall we say. It stays open very late, and Pat McDonough, he's got a great business. I respect him a lot, and he's a fantastic operator. But it does stay open late, and the outside of Supermacs late at night has it can be a bit of a magnet for trouble, for fights and all that stuff. And you know, I'm not going to lie, like this part of town at night sometimes, I'm not crazy about it. But today, this evening, looks kind of nice. So Eyre Square, Kennedy Park, which is rarely ever used. It's always Eyre Square. So up there you have Prospect Hill, up in the distance up there. That's Prospect Hill, that heads out of town. You have another road over there, that's College Road. And then you have Bohermore. Yeah, that's Bohermore. So you've those two sort of main exit routes out of town. So you have the cops over there, heading off. So down by Eyre Square. A lot of these new kind of gadget shops opened up around town. That one is called Sex, C-E-X. Very clever. And here's a really traditional old shop in Galway. It's been around since year dot. Logue's Footwear. Even though it's seen as a kind of a old school traditional shoe shop, it was actually the first place, it was the only place you could buy Caterpillar boots. back in the 1990s, in the early 90s when they came out. I remember going there like getting my cats, and I had them in the beige and the black, left outside the jeans. It was kind of a cool look at the time. So yeah, I wasn't one to snub Logues for being traditional once they had that stuff in stock. There's Eglinton Street, the Abbey up there. So Eglinton Street, it's sort of a mixture of businesses. There's a few nice pubs and restaurants on it, but there's a few kind of buildings that need a little bit of touching up. There's a route there that'll bring you into Dunn's and shopping mall there, Eyre Square Centre. It's all Galway characters around. You just get that sneaky look last minute. I can hear a bit of Claddagh in the background there. What's going on? That is. Hiya, Dean. How's it going?
Good. Making a movie.
You keep being in my video, are you?
Yeah.
You're looking good. Hello. How are you?
Diana, say hello.
How are you?
Say hello.
I've already shook your hand. You're looking great. Look at the colour. God.
I'm telling you.
You're looking good, man. Looking good. Yeah, you're scrubbing up. This is you're
Getting back to myself.
you're V'ing up nicely.
Getting back to
Yeah.
myself.
Good to see you now. Yeah. What are you just
Famous.
sauntering around town?
Yep.
This guy Dean was top. Well, you still are. Is a top bodybuilder.
Was a top bodybuilder.
Galway City, Jimmy. He was one of the first, kind of like the first proper big guy in Galway. Like we used to be, we used to look up.
Me and Hugh, come on, double biceps.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's still a lot bigger, man. Yeah. Good to see you. Yeah. Sad news there the last day, but yeah, look. Yeah, I might see you later on. Yeah. Good man. All right. So it's a nice kind of evening around this evening. It's a little bit autumnal, which is kind of nice. I embrace the change in the weather. I like the evenings being a bit darker. I don't know what it is. So I want to take a little bit of a spin this weekend, go out of town somewhere and bring my new camera, do some shots. And here we have the back, this laneway here. Graveyard there at the St. Nicholas's. But yeah, I'm sort of looking forward to just doing a little bit of touring around, please God, this autumn. Just get a little bit of, do a little bit of sightseeing around the country. Maybe head to County Clare. Now I'm going to get a coffee here. See, can I keep recording? Hiya, can I get a cappuccino, please? Thanks. So this is Roots Cafe. You could solve the world's problems sitting around outside this cafe. So this is one of my favorite coffee joints in town. This lady makes a great cappuccino. Thank you very much. Roots Cafe at the bottom of Shop Street. Okay, I'll get the tap here now. Thank you very much. Thank you. Sorry, no.
Here's the same old theme since 1960.
another of Galway's characters. So Galway's pretty big for busking. And another busker, another guy with the guitar walking past there. There's a saying in Galway amongst buskers and I suppose creatives, really, artists, musicians, actors maybe, not too sure about actors, but the saying goes, Galway, the graveyard of dreams. I think you could sort of, play, hey guys, how you doing? You want to say hello? Hello. Say hello. Yeah.
From Paris.
Oh, very nice, yeah, very good. So this guy's going to pack up for the evening. Yeah, so what I was saying was the Galway, the graveyard of dreams. In other words, creatives, musicians and all that would move here from other parts of the country to kind of, I suppose, try and make it, you know, as a musician or whatever, start gigging and all that, get a bit of, you know, build on their career a little bit. Just look at how nice that shop front is. It's absolutely beautiful. They've just done a fantastic job. The artwork and the paintings and all that, and the props in the windows and all that, really cool. Really amazing. So anyway, to finish my story about the graveyard of dreams. So my take on it is that, you know, fair enough if it doesn't work out for you. But I think it's a bit of a cop-out blaming the city. And you'll see a lot of people will do that, you know. They'll blame their surroundings or the place on their lack of success. And I've kind of been guilty of that too myself a little bit. So, you know, if you're not getting places and you're struggling a little bit, maybe you just got to put the graft in, work harder. And just don't blame your surroundings. Nothing is stopping you from just working on your skill set at the end of the day, just networking and all that. So anyway, yeah, I don't buy that. But I have had several funny kind of discussions with, you know, musicians and art friends and stuff. We do get a kick out of Galway sometimes. And I will say this: if you're a creative in Galway, whether you're a DJ, you know, actor, I suppose, whatever. Sometimes I feel that you're kind of, if you're from Galway, you're not appreciated in Galway. You need to be from outside Galway to be sort of appreciated or taken seriously in Galway. That's my take on it. So sometimes the Galwegians, they kind of take their own talent for granted, I think. And they assume that because somebody is from the place that they're not as good as as an outsider. And you'll get that with the immigration as well. I got to tie in the immigration, don't I, into the conversation. In other words, it's assumed that people from elsewhere will do a better job. Sometimes it's hard to beat a bit of Irish talent, you know, Irish ability. So we're going back over the bridge here. So I'm just going to stand still for a minute. So the cathedral is up there, Galway Cathedral. This is the wrong camera now, but I'll show you anyway. It's looking nice in the light there. It's backlit by a kind of a blue sky. I'll digitally zoom in to show you. What I was thinking of doing was maybe what I'll, you know, for another video, what I might do is I might take the bike around and bring my backpack with the drone in it and just scoot around town, fly the drone in different places. Eddie, how are you? So now I'm just going back to the car up here. And it's getting very autumnal now with the leaves landing on the ground and the colours, the autumn colours, quite nice. It's, yeah, as I said there a while ago, I embrace it, you know. And with my line of work, you know, I have to spend a lot of time editing and on the computer and, you know, sorting out files and videos, and so a lot of my work is that way. So I don't mind the bad evenings or the dark evenings and the bad weather. because a lot of my work is on the computer anyway. Sometimes it's harder when you're sort of looking out at a bright sunny day, lovely sunny day, and you feel like you need to be out there. It can be easier sometimes just to get work done when it's crappy out. So enough about that. Okay, I'll walk over here to the point. So in the distance over there now, you'll see the Burren again. And that's one thing about Galway is the Burren. It's a big part of Galway for me. And you mightn't think it, okay, the Burren is in a different county, and it's in a different province indeed, the Burren being Munster. But you know, in Galway, I kind of grew up looking across at the Burren, and it's right across Galway Bay. The Burren it's 9 miles across, about 13 kilometers. The Burren, the limestone comes right into Galway. There's gardens in Galway that have Burren slabs. You can see it out where I'm living. And it's for me, I just love looking across at it. It's just it's a fantastic prehistoric landscape. Seabed landscape that's been lifted up, limestone, laminate, millions and millions of years old, and it's fantastic. So that I feel, even though, yeah, as I said, it's County Clare, but it's very much Galway for me, is looking across at that Burren. Like if you're in Ennis, you know, the capital of County Clare, you know, you're not looking at the Burren at all. But if you're here in Galway, and that's the prom there in Salthill, that's Mutton Island, and leading out to the prom. I'll do another video there the next day. But it's very nice, yeah. It's just a nice area. So that's it from Galway on this rather quiet Tuesday evening at the end of September 2024. I'll see ya, guys. Be good, and until the next video, that's all from me.